Today, I would like to tell you all a story. This story is about a girl. She's young, and she used to struggle a lot, like a lot of people. She's a huge inspiration to me, and I know she's a big inspiration to a lot of young girls out there. She was told no a lot. She was told no, she could never read. No, she could never write. Like a dumb idea. No, that she wouldn't be able to achieve her dreams, or she wouldn't be able to sail either. But she did. She sailed across the transatlantic twice. She shaved her head because she passed the equator. She followed all of the sailing traditions, memorized every pin, line, and sail. Though being told she would never be able to do those things. She acts, she wrote a book, she's going to have a TED Talk. And today I want to say that that girl is me. I've been through a lot, and I know a lot of people have had the type of heartache I've had. But I want to make it a point that despite being told no so many times, I made my dreams come true. And there's so many people that can too. It's just they're held down. But having a support system and believing in yourself is what made me be here today.
Hello, Isabella. I'm so excited to see you here. I am so delighted. Thanks so much for your precious time coming on the Yacht Heroes. And I couldn't be so grateful that you have given your precious time. And I'm so excited to know about your sailing story. That how did you got inspired with that sailing story? Who inspired you? What was the motivation behind? And please share with us so that not only the young sailors, boaters, but the seasoned and professional people out like Yacht Heroes can get inspired and motivated from your story.
Of course. My grandparents were sailors, and I wanted to follow their footsteps. They're very nautical, and they sailed around the world by themselves. And I started doing sailing at a local sailing club, and I have failed 3 times. And at that point, I had given up. I thought sailing wasn't for me. I did windsurfing.
Mhm.
I was very good at that. I appreciated it a lot. Yet, I just never batted an eye at giving it a second chance. So when I was in grade 12, my dad found this program called Afloat.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was on a massive German bark, which is a 3-mast sailing ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It's very hard to run by yourself. You definitely need at least a group of 10. But I got that experience, and I came out of it having my OS. I came out of it knowing so many people in the sailing community, even one of the world-class people for sailing wasps.
Ooh, wow. Wow, fantastic. And then when you said that about wind, and is any tragedy or it was a smooth sailing, or you have hurricanes or storms or something? It was a smooth sailing because it's just you went so many nautical. How many nautical was that?
We went 14,900 nautical miles.
14,900.
Yeah.
Note down that one. It's
Yeah.
not an ordinary deal to
That's
go
a lot.
next block. So please tell us about the journey within, before and after.
Oh my gosh. We did start on land to do sail training
Mhm.
and get approached with our community. I was taking university at the time too.
Okay.
So I was learning communications, psychology, reading and writing critically, and leadership, split up into 2 terms. But like university, yet we started in Germany and went through the passage and got to Cherbourg, France to stock up.
Okay.
And right after that, we got thrown into a Category 4 hurricane. Yeah, it was bad. It was 90. The winds were so strong that they were blowing 90 nautical miles an hour.
Wow.
And that is insanity. That could blow over any boat.
But here you are, safe, sound, and living testimony for the people who not only dream and they pursue their dream, and for the people who can't even dream that they can do this miracles, especially being so young, passionate, and adventurous. And this is a remarkable thing you have done. Is anything specific thing that you were scared during that scaling that it came to your mind, or you were remembering God or universe, when the wind and the waves were gigantic. What was your feeling at that time? The specific your feeling. Do you wanted to give it up, or you were asking for help, or you said no, you can do it? What was that feeling?
I actually have a funny story.
Please go ahead.
At the time, I was on watch
Okay.
from 4 to 6 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And we had class. So I would go to sleep at 6, wake up at 7, have breakfast, do chores. And doing that in a hurricane is quite difficult when you can't sleep. So I did it for 4 days. And on the 4th day of waking up at 3:30 a.m. to get ready, I came on deck in the pitch black and the wind was blowing. And I yelled to myself, I must be bat shit crazy to do this, because no one my age
Yes.
would want to,
True.
except the people on the boat.
Yeah.
So I just kind of accepted it. And I remember falling asleep in the chart house, and the captain woke me up and said, "You can't sleep." And I was like, "No, I'm just thinking really hard." No, I wasn't. But I knew one thing, that I could not give this experience up because it was irreplaceable. And it took 14 days, and we got Porto, Portugal did not exist because it took so long. That by the time we got on land, it felt natural. It was, though being terribly thrown into it and also almost falling off the boat, and the crew being told that we may have to abandon ship at the worst part.
Wow.
We were told it would be okay because we're students. But it ended up being fine, and I had faith that we would get through it. Even if we did have to get off the boat, say goodbye to the Alexander von Humboldt II, even though we did anchor, which was a silly thing to do, yet at that point, anyone would try anything to stop the storm.
I really admired the one of the profound word in the sentence you just said, you had faith. With faith, we can move the mountain. Or without faith, doubting on a faith, we can create the mountain. And you created that faith in yourself and others too as well. Being a youngest, I can do it, and you all are there too. So you inspire indirectly to the people, to the yacht heroes, the sailing heroes, that nothing can stop us but this adventurous journey. At the sailing, what kind of certification or license you got? You got a boat license, sailing license?
I got my OS certificate.
Okay.
Yeah, well, which means that I can be on German vessels and I can sail them. And I'm
Okay.
prepared to get my AP,
Okay.
which does mean that I need to learn German, but those things also translate to English, so I can also sail for English boats as well.
Lovely.
Sailing has been a big part of my life, and I've always adored the water. It's been adamant for me to be in the water during the summer.
That's wonderful. That's why we came here, the Cold Harbor. You cannot go wrong.
Nope.
Wonderful. And do you have also Canadian, the PCO, the powerboat license as well? Or
I was working to get it,
Okay.
but I got into university and that took me back. But I am on my way.
Lovely, you will get it because we have faith and trust in you more than us you have by yourself. So, what other advice for the young adults would you give that to pursue the sailing and boating and yachting industry activities?
Well, one thing I was part of was at a sailing club here, they had an adaptive sailing for people who are disabled or have autism or ADHD like me. And like I said before, I didn't get my sailing license for a really long time because no one knew how to teach me in a way that I would be able to remember. I found so much interest in it. I really wanted to learn about it, but I could barely tell my left and my right. So how am I supposed to tell starboard, backboard, port side? It was just so much that I kind of gave up. And yeah, my ability to do this 9-month program, sailing across the Atlantic and in passages and hurricanes, even through the Bermuda Triangle, gave me the opportunity to learn in a safe environment with everyone else, with different skills. People who just stepped on the sailboat for the first time, people who are seeing the water for the first time, or even people who have been sailing since they were 5. It was just incredible to see all of those experiences play out. And the teams that we built, finding a trusted group is so important, especially when you're learning.
True. Yeah. So let's talk about the sustainability and what sustainability did you practice, which you didn't know and you learned, and which you think that can be improved.
Sustainable traveling is a really hard thing to change because no matter where you go, you're going to leave a footprint, you're going to leave an impact. And it was really important for this program that I was on to support sustainable traveling. Despite being a sailboat, we were stuck in times where there was no wind, and we would have to use diesel or gas. But planes is so much as well, and you need to be aware of where you're going. We had something called SOCO, which is social economics,
Okay.
to understand what was going on in the places we go, whether it was Cuba, Dominican Republic, anywhere in Europe, France. We needed to understand where we were going, and we needed to consider especially water consumption, because being a boat full of nearly 60 people takes up a lot of water, whether you're drinking it or showering or washing your hands or your face or even flushing the toilet.
Yeah.
Getting water from certain places was really difficult because they don't even have water themselves. They need to get it shipped to them.
Okay.
So at times we would be told not to shower or to shower for 30 seconds.
I strongly agree on that. Well, thanks so much for sharing this. The greatest insight on the sustainability, the way you have to just shower for 30 seconds. And all. When it's just a thing, when I was homeless and I was just living in slums and all, and I used to get a 30-liter of bucket water, and I had to shower, brush my teeth, and do the performance too as well. So I understand that what is the meaning of water, and that it for some people standing in a bathtub and showering for half an hour can be a drinking water for a village back in some countries. So I really admire that you not only practice, but you learned how to save water and to use water in resourcefulness. Now, thanks so much for sharing this. So, Esabella, tell us what are the possibilities that you're open for international games or Olympic games, or in a marine sector, in a yachting or boating industry? Are you open for that? Or,
Well, yes, of course. I love trying different things, and especially being international.
yes.
I've traveled so much, and I can confidently say I'm quite a well-traveled person.
Yes.
And meeting new people is so incredibly important. As I finish up, or I do have around 11 more months of school. After that, I'm planning on getting more licenses with boating, hopefully my AB
Yes.
as time goes on, because I would have to wait for the summer.
Yep.
But there's so much ahead, and water is, like you mentioned, is a very important thing. It signifies fluidity.
Yes.
It gives us a life source. It makes things grow.
Yes.
But it can be so incredibly dangerous, and that's like it's like life.
Wow, what an incredible insight! Here's my salute to you, being the youngest and brightest and so wise and so not only genius, that you are so scholar in your approach towards the mother nature, towards the sustainability, yachting industry and all. Now, what is your message to the beautiful people of the world, including the people who want to be in the yachting and boating industry? A message to the yacht heroes. What is your message to the yacht heroes?
Well, no matter how old you are, no matter what gender you have, or where you grew up, you can achieve your dreams if you truly want to do that. Whatever creates a passion, a drive, people see that and people realize that that is what you're meant to do. I totally understand that need, and being told no is hard, but it just gives you more of a reason to try harder,
Wow.
especially with boating.
Especially live boating. What a wonderful statement. I think we are very honored and pleasure to have you on our show, and we will look forward to bringing you on our show to create a series and to represent you in international level. As you said that, probably we are heading towards Monaco Yacht Show soon, and then we can see that how we can merge and spread your voice so that you can bring your intelligence, enthusiasm, and creativity. Thanks so much. Thank you. Scene 2, take 1.
现在画中是那个很美的一个景色的画中，周边是艺术场。
No, camera, me, you, camera, yeah. Cold Harbor, scene 3, take 1. Hello, Isabella. I'm so excited to see you here. I am so delighted. Cold Harbor, scene 3, take 2. Whoa, welcome back here with lovely, dear, the youngest, passionate sailor, the yacht hero, Esabella Strickland here. And I'm so delighted and honored once again to know a little more about her adventurous story as being the youngest sailor and how did she overcome